It's been a week since we actually saw a very heartbreaking defeat of the Indian cricket team against Australia during the World Cup finals.
Bang! And Australia win the World Cup!
We're all very disappointed, but we can safely say that we are extremely proud of how the Indian team performed during the entire tournament. Kudos to the entire team led by Rohit Sharma, and also a special shout out to Virat Kohli for breaking the world record and also breaking and surpassing the cricketing idol and the sports icon of India, Sachin Tendulkar. But today's video is not just about cricket alone. Indian sports is actually seeing a sort of a good change that we've been observing for the past few years. Lately, our medal tally during Olympics or Asian Games or the Commonwealth Games has actually gone up from what it was before. But there's a slight big problem with India. As Indians, we are never satisfied. And as Indians, we always have this question. We have 1.45 billion people in this country and we still can't send our team for the FIFA World Cup. We still can't do this. We still can't do that. The problem does not lie anymore with only the players or only with the administration. You know what? Because the entire solution is in our hands. You don't believe me? Watch this video. Hello and welcome to this brand new video from the Indian Millennials channel. My name is Rohit Kurpad and I'm here to bring you content which is basically designed for the millennial generation, the younger generation, from a context of what's happening in the world, what's happening in India, and also what's happening in the marketplace. Today's topic happens to be about sports and how sports is actually evolving in India. There was a time in 2005 or 2004 when many of us, we grew up watching the English Premier League on TV's screens, and we all fell in love with, the beautiful game. Because of satellite TV, we also started watching more tennis matches, more F1 games, more MotoGP and all these events. But somehow, when it comes to watching Indian football matches or Indian tennis matches, the viewership is always dipping. The answer is not with the problem with our consumability, or it's not because of us. It's actually because we all want quality. We crave for quality when we are watching something. We all love watching cricket because India is one of the best teams in the world and they actually produce amazing quality, whether it's in the IPL or whether it's, the World Cup cricket that's just happened recently. But the issue is that right now, as we speak, the Indian football team is actually fighting and working very hard and tirelessly to actually qualify for the FIFA World Cup that is going to take place in the United States of America in the next few years. India is actually already defeated Kuwait 1-0 and they lost to Qatar 3-0, but they're still definitely in the mix of qualifying for the World Cup. Why is it that none of the media channels, none of the media outlets, and not much of social media coverage is given to this? A guy like Sunil Chetri has to post a video on Instagram requesting all the fans from Bangalore to watch his game live in Bengaluru. Why is it that we don't follow the Indian football team?
To all of you who have lost hope or do not have any hope in Indian football, I request you, come and watch us in the stadiums. Please come and support us, encourage us, watch us, abuse us, criticize us, talk about the game, go back home, have discussions, make panels, but please get involved.
The harsh truth that I've learned is the stakeholder of any sport in India or in the world is not the player, it's not the administration, it's definitely not the government. The stakeholder is actually each and every one of you and me and all of us. Because let's look at it. Let's take the example of IPL. IPL is successful not because of how it's been organized. It is successful because of the number of people who actually watch it. The number of people who fill the stands every single game across India. And the amount of viewership that comes on television and streaming services. And this is the reason why there's a lot of money pumped in by sponsors. There's a lot of emphasis given on infrastructure. And this is the only reason why the sport is so popular. Now imagine if the same thing happens with football. Imagine if a lot more people start watching and supporting the Indian team. We Indians are patriotic and we believe in supporting every single team of ours. Hell, when Neeraj Chopra won the gold medal, we saw how much of love and affection Indians gave him. Because we have this culture of worshipping sports people as our heroes. It's time to make our football team feel that. It's time to rally behind the football team to make that one dream come true for the entire country to see an Indian football team contest at the highest level in the FIFA World Cup. Because if this happens, believe me, with the amount of global coverage that football has, and which cricket certainly does not have, Indian football can grow from strength to strength. Let me give you a small case study. Cricket became very popular in India only because of one reason. India won the 1983 World Cup, and then cricket started growing in popularity. When India won the 2007 T20 World Cup, IPL was born. When India won the 2011 World Cup, the Indian team just went from strength to strength in terms of money, in terms of every single aspect that was actually making the sport whole. The same way, the football team deserves our respect, deserves our support, and deserves everything so that we can see an Indian team. Because when we have conversations, we all like to make fun of the fact that in our lifetime we will never see the Indian football team qualify for the World Cup. But the reality is that if we support them and if we give them everything that they need, and if we truly behave like stakeholders in this beautiful game, in this beautiful country, we will see the growth in football as well. Fun fact though, did you know that the whole culture of chanting Vande Mataram in the cricket stadium, which became viral on social media and mainstream media during the Cricket World Cup, actually didn't come from the cricket matches. It actually was born in football matches in India. The whole chanting of Vande Mataram started with the football matches. That's the raw emotion of every single fan. Let's rally behind our sports people because they are your true superheroes. It's not Bollywood actors, it's not politicians who are supposed to be our idols. Because when we watch a sportsman, we see their highs, lows, and we measure them and we like them based on performance and performance alone. Because the others are just doing their job, whereas sports people are putting their blood, sweat, and tears out there in the middle, performing for the most coveted prize in the sport. And they are also doing it with a lot of national pride. If they are not our heroes, then who else is? There are two heroes that we as Indian millennials, we salute. One is the Indian Army and the second is the Indian sportsman. Because both of them, they always fight for national pride. And it's time as stakeholders of the sport and in sport in general to actually rise up and fill the seats, support the teams that are playing not just in cricket but all other sports. Because the more attention we give, that's when more money, more everything comes into the sport. This is the reality. If you don't agree with me, feel free to comment down below. But if you do agree with me, just hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more such content. And on the passing note, all I would say is bad luck to the Indian cricket team, but all the very best to the football team. Because I want, like every other Indian, to see the Indian team contest in a World Cup. My heart goes out and a huge shout out to a lot of Indian fans and a lot of people from the state of Odisha who are actually following every single sport, irrespective of the sport. They support the Indian team, whether it's hockey or football. And huge shout out to Bengaluru FC and the West Block Blues for rallying behind the Bengaluru football team when they are playing and when the Indian team is also playing. That's it from me, Rohit Kurpat, from this video. For more such videos, please like, share, subscribe to the Indian Millennials channel, and we will be coming back with more interesting content and enticing content. Thank you. Until next time, goodbye. Jai Hind.